Que rico! How are you? I'm Carolina and I am your Reiki mentor. You are being part of a process that takes you through different levels of self practice until you develop enough confidence in your hands on self practice for you to be able to use that practice with others. In the beginning, you might be feeling a little bit hesitant to how do I start? What do I do? So today I wanted to talk to you about our 5 hands-on head positions. Meaning, as you know by now, the Reiki practice has many different expressions. You might find one Reiki program that teaches you how to do the most traditional way of Japanese traditional Usui Reiki practice. And then you will find someone from India saying to you, I don't know what you're talking about. We work through the chakra system. Both are okay. They are seeing the same thing through different lenses, and they are applying their own cultural background to the practice. What you are studying in Radiant Expansion, in Reiki Radiant Expansion, is my expression of my self practice, meaning you will be exposed to most of the main elements of traditional Usui Reiki practice, meaning you will experience the 5 head positions that I'm going to show you today that come from the Japanese Reiki tradition. It was passed into the Hawaiian expression of the practice because that's where it first landed, in Hawaii from Japan. So from that, I was trained in both. I am giving you a Reiki Radiant Expansion program that focuses more in what I feel I had to work the most. And I am confident that the people that are knocking on my door need what I was guided to design, digest, and serve in the table of abundance for you. As with your own self-practice, hands-on self-practice, you will be guided to create your own expression of your Reiki practice. But please remember, everything you do is overflowing from your own hands-on practice. Hands-on practice can be as simple as putting your hands here in your chest, as putting your hands in your head, as allowing your hands to scan your body and allow your hands to land where they need to go. Today, this hands-on practice is based on the traditional 5 Reiki hands-on positions that cover the head. This is how a level 1 Reiki student starts, and the more you practice, the more you're able to experiment. Do not think that the only thing you need to do is these 5 positions. Explore with the other videos that you have access here, with the Reiki class manual that you got here in the documents in the group, and in an email that you receive as you complete your Reiki practice. And if you can't find it, email me so that I can resend it to you. Read, investigate. Part of any mentorship program is you putting the time to investigate, to read. So many of you come to the calls with your own investigation, with your own readings, and then that enriches so much. That makes the calls delicious because then we are at an upgraded level of conversation in which you are using the material in the program, the two ebooks, the videos, and you are using other books. You are asking me many times, what do I think? What book do you like? So many other times you go on your own and find that book that is calling you. Trust that you are meant to find that book, and then come back to these 5 hands-on positions over your head as the basis for everything else we do. Let's do it together. Bring a smile in your heart. Bring a smile in your mind. Allow that smile that it's not attached to any memory. It's just a smile. One smile in your heart, one smile in your mind. Allow that smile to occupy space. Feel a more intense connection as we get ready to practice together. I like for a moment to just close my eyes as I say that right before starting. And I feel my heart smiling, bubbling, lowering the noise, making the noise be low in my heart and making the noise be low in my mind. I just feel that sensation of smiling. Even when I'm crying, even when I'm in pain, even when I am having a beautiful day and it's so easy to access that smile, I make sure the smile is never attached to a memory, to a scene. It is a free flow smile, meaning smile just because you're smiling. Do not have a reason to smile in your heart. Have a smile in your mind. Become more aware of the flow of vital energy that gets more intense once you start paying even more attention and getting ready for your hands-on self-practice. Allow your breathing to sink in. As you activate, you will feel subtle sensations as you're breathing, recalibrating your muscles, maybe relaxing in places that you didn't even notice they were tense. Salivation starts to get activated. So you start salivating more. We've been maybe 1 minute just bringing that smile in our heart and our mind to even bring the flow to even a more intense, more noticeable experience. And now let's start. Hands over our eyes. I allow my breathing to always be through my nose because we have many nervous connectors in our mouth, in our tongue, and we don't want to be disrupting those with exhaling too strongly through the mouth. So most of the breathing through the Reiki practice, you would want it to be through your nose. And I'm just keeping my hands over my eyes. And if I was working with a client, or if I was working with a friend in a long distance call where I want to start practicing, I would be guiding them to come near the screen and saying to them, pick up the energy that I'm placing in your hands and put it over your eyes so that I can be closer to your hands. Allow the flow to keep running freely like a stream of pure liquid light through your eyes. And I'm going to stay here about 3 minutes if I'm working on my own. And if I'm working with someone else, make sure that you think about the total time you want to work with them. For example, if you want to work with them 15 minutes, then if you use 3 minutes in each position, the 15 minutes are gone. But you can do 15 minutes of practice by keeping them 3 minutes in each of the 5 positions. And that is 15 minutes of Reiki practice. And then you can open up a conversation with them for another 15 minutes. And that's already a half hour Reiki session, Reiki coaching session, however you want to express that. Our Reiki practice allows for you to use this practice with yourself or others to access a lot of information. So when you're guiding others and you're starting to practice with others, this is a great way to start using your 5 positions over your head. And we're about 3 minutes now in our eyes, and I'm gonna come over my ears. And I'm going to remind the person that I'm working with, if I'm working with someone online, that they can get their arms over the desk or table if they are feeling a little bit tired, because sometimes these positions might make them feel a little bit tired. And if you're doing it on your own, know that you can adjust by bringing yourself down and just landing over the table, placing your arms over the table, keeping the palm of your hands closer to your ears, or guiding the other person to keep the palm of their hands close to their ears. They don't have to press, just keep enough pressure for you or them to feel that connection with the palm of the hands. You can keep your eyes closed. Breathe through your nose. One thing I learned to remind my clients and my friends when I was starting to practice was, if you have your elbows over the desk, when you feel you've rested enough, bring yourself up and straight. You want to keep the back free so that the back of, what is this? So that the back of the chair is not touching your back or your spine. You're allowing the spine to be free and you're wanting to keep straight if possible. If the person you're working with is in pain, just every now and then ask them, are you okay? Or let me know if this position is uncomfortable for you, and we will readjust. They can be doing this laying on the side, like in fetal position over the floor, And if they're so uncomfortable, they can go back into the chair. But ideal position, your back is free and straight, so the energy can flow freely through the white cord coming from your brain down into your spine, allowing your nervous system to self-regulate. This is a video you can do first and then see it a second time and take notes for yourself. Remember to comment or tag me if you have questions. I would love to answer any questions you have about this. Coming close to the 3-minute mark in each position, and I'm going to shake my arms and I'm going to ask the person, if I'm guiding them, to shake their arms so that the circulation, not everyone is used to doing these positions. You might be already very used to because you've been practicing, but a person that is not used to keeping their elbows up, they're not, or you as you start your own practice, they're not used to that. So it becomes uncomfortable for their arms. You might be treating, or you might be yourself in pain. It's gonna be uncomfortable. What can I do? You can take breaks in between each pose, and you can just allow the hands to come down. You can be guiding them into a visualization. You can be guiding yourself into a visualization. Just breathe. Allow the Reiki flow to run through you. And as you take a break, when you're ready, bring your hands over your crown chakra, over the crown of your head. When you do this, you are doing it, remember, first eyes, ears, palms over ears, and now palms are landing on top of the head. These are different variations. You can put both hands are so, looking to the front. You can just land it as so. I love putting them here because it feels like it's covering the whole, and my fingers are the ones touching all the center of the top of my head. Keep breathing through your nose. And as you're guiding yourself or others, remember to tell them, if it's uncomfortable, then come back to lay back in the chair. Go into fetal position if you're on the floor, or bring your elbows on top of the desk so your chest, your shoulders, your arms rest a little bit extra. If you're comfortable, stay straight. So you receive a very free flow, the best ideal free flow of energy through your spine, coming through your brain into the white cord that's coming down the nervous system in your spine, and it's allowing you to self-regulate. Remember, the person you're guiding might be wanting to close their eyes or keep their eyes closed. It's okay. I like closing my eyes because it allows me to get less distracted and more connected. Right now, my hands are feeling more temperature. See what I said? My hands are feeling more temperature. That means that I'm not guiding the other person, if I'm practicing with another person, to feel anything specific. The abstract, the art of being abstract in your language is the hardest thing you will ever learn. At first, as a student, makes you crazy. But as a guide to others, as a coach, a Reiki practitioner, it is the best gift you can give them. I'm feeling temperature. So if they're feeling cold or hot, you're not making them feel bad. You're not making them feel there is something wrong with what they're feeling. Temperature is temperature. In my case, I'm feeling really, really warm. My hands are super hot right now. Coming close to the 3-minute mark, and I'm shaking my arms because in my case, these days, I'm feeling my arms a little bit more stressed because I'm doing more exercise. And it feels uncomfortable. For other people, it might be that they're in pain. For other people, it might be they're just not used to. Take breaks in between the 5 positions. If they're feeling comfortable, allow them to keep on going. Design your sessions in a way that you are counting how many minutes you're planning to stay in each position. How many minutes are you giving them to have a break in between if you're having positions that are going to be uncomfortable? And how many minutes do you want to talk to them after the Reiki session? I love starting a session with these 5 hands-on position over the head. We started with our eyes, ears, hands, and now, let me move my chair. We are going to go, let me see. Yeah, you can see it. We are going with our hands over the back of our head. Do you see it? So keep your hands in the back of your head. And if you're guiding others, just let them know. Bring the hands to the back of your head. If it's more comfortable, close your elbows. I like my elbows to be open so that my heart chakra is also super open. So I'm keeping my hands in the back of, there we go, of my head. Inhale, exhale through the nose. That is a beautiful reminder you can give them every now and then if you're practicing with others. Inhale, exhale through your nose. And that is it. Inhale, exhale through your nose. Pay attention to the sensations you're having. What are you feeling in your body? Are you feeling more salivation? Is your breathing any different? Are you feeling temperature? Are you feeling vibration? It's good to pay attention. And at the end, let me know. You see, that's all you say when you're guiding another person in the beginning, until you have your own words. Wow, my hands are on fire. I would love to know how you're feeling through this practice. As you practice and learn how to do it for yourself and how to do it for others. And now, shake it off. And we finish. Started with our eyes, ears, crown chakra, or top of our head, the back of our head, keeping our back out of the chair if possible, and if not, we're doing all of this laying down on a fetal position or bringing our elbows closer to the desk so that our shoulders rest more. And we finish with the throat chakra, meaning the area around the throat. In the Usui Japanese tradition, we never talk about chakras. I have introduced these terms because by now most of you use them already or are interested in them. Doesn't matter if you call them chakras or not, if you believe in them or not, they exist. There are points of energy that coincide in 7 main points of energy that are larger. So you're full of little points, little holes, little chakras, but they all come together in 7 different points around your body. Here, we're going to end the 5 positions with our hands over our throat. I am using both hands as so, and I am placing them over my throat. I can ask another person when they're doing them. If you do this, for some people, it might be a little bit too much because they might feel like, oh, I'm choking myself. So when you're guiding another person to do it, if you're not doing it for them in person, guide them and say, you can put both hands over your throat. In a way that you're covering your throat, you can put both palms and allow them both to meet at the center. You can put both hands one over the other. You can just put your fingers over your throat and allow the Reiki flow to go through your fingers into your throat. The best way, keep all of your palm over your throat. Yes, many options. Why? Because when you start practicing in real life, you will see there is no cookie cutter. There is not one way of doing things. You must be ready. You must have seen here how to adjust so that you know how to adjust to the reality you have in front using what we have shown you here, or just because you saw how to adjust, you might get creative on how to adjust yourself to the reality of the person you're working with, to your family member you're practicing with, or with yourself. So this practice started eyes, ears, crown chakra, back of the head, and we're finishing over the throat. Keep breathing through your nose. If the noise in your heart and mind have started to increase the volume, bring a smile to your heart. Bring a smile to your mind. Allow it to occupy space. Attached to nothing. A free flow smile. Keep breathing through your nose. Allowing each position to be around 3 minutes. Sometimes you will adjust to more, sometimes you will adjust to less time. Basic one-on-one Usui tradition, 3 minutes. Here you're learning